What if your image could guide attention? Make the exact part you want to highlight and hide the rest. Click it and that spotlight opens in a smooth, clean pop-up. Now imagine your headline, not just text, but a bold shape with real images showing through. That's the power of Expro Image Masking Widget for Elementor. It's not just a cool effect, it's about style, clarity and clicks, giving you full control to make your design stand out. So let's get started. Check out this pet website I created for dog boarding and daycare. It features adorable pet photos that really pop thanks to the image masking. Let's recreate one together. So let's get started. Go ahead and search for the Advanced Image Masking by Expro and drag and drop it onto the template. This is the default view of the widget. In the Content tab, there is only Image section. Let's explore what it offers. Here you will find the Choose Image option where you can insert the image you want to mask. You can either upload it from your desktop or select from this media library. Or if you want to upload it from the web, then this URL is the answer. Simply copy and paste the link and your image will be uploaded. I am going to select from the media, select and insert. Next up is the highlight feature, image masking. You can choose from over 50 default vector shapes. They all are so cool, right? And if you have a custom shape that complements your theme, click on this custom shape icon. Just like with the image, you can select from the media library, upload from your desktop, or use the URL. Now you can ditch the boring square images and get creative with just a click. I have the perfect custom shape in mind for this image, so I will select that now. Up next are the options for the position, size, and repeat. The image fits perfectly as it is right now, but if it doesn't, you can adjust these settings here. Select the desired position from the drop-down menu. Then adjust the size to fit your preference. In the custom, set the size with the slide bar or enter the value in the digit box and increase or decrease it from here. You have the full control. If your image is smaller than the mask shape, use the repeat option to make it more visible. Or choose no repeat if you don't want the image to repeat. I'm going with the center in the position, in the size contain, and in the repeat selecting no repeat. Next is image resolution. Simply select the resolution that best fits the image from the drop-down menu. I am going with the full. Lastly, there is link option. The moment you click on the media file, you can see this lightbox option. In the lightbox menu, there is default, yes and no option. Select yes if you want the image to appear in an overlay window when clicked. The image will appear without masking. It's a great way to highlight your product or whatever you choose. But if you don't like it, then just select no. You can easily add a link to the image with this custom URL. You just have to type and select it or copy and paste the link. Next to it are the link settings. Let's explore them. If you want the link page to open in a new window, click the option. If not, leave it unchecked. Then there is add no follow, which tells the search engine not to follow the link. Personally, I would suggest you to click it if you want to maximize your website visibility. In custom attributes, you can assign some key value to perform some functions like download. But since we are not going into that now, let's keep the ball rolling. If none of these options suit your needs, you can select none from the link drop-down menu. I'm going with the light box so user can easily view the full unmasked image when they click on it. The content tab is all set, so let's move on to the styling tab where the real fun begins. With the width and height options, you can adjust your image to fit perfectly within the layout. Start by changing the width using the slide bar or by typing a specific value in the box, then use the small arrows to fine-tune it. Adjust it until it looks just right. Let's try setting it to 50. Let's double it, 100, and decreasing it to 90. Looks good. Next, set a maximum width for the image to prevent it from becoming too wide and to ensure everything remains balanced. For instance, if you set the maximum width to, let's suppose, 64, the image won't exceed that width. I need it to be at 90, so I will set it to 100. Next, adjust the height to match the width and fit the overall layout. Let's try 400. No. 500. Cool. These options are like magic tricks to ensure that your image fits neatly into your design. Next, object fit, how the image fits within the mask. I like the contain. Set the object position from this drop-down menu. Center it is. Align the image either left, center, or right using the alignment option in the styling tab. I like the left alignment. You know what? Let's keep the width to 100. Awesome. Now comes normal and hover options. The normal is the default appearance of an image before a user interacts with it. Let's first play around with the normal option. Control transparency of the image by dragging the slide bar or entering a specific value in the opacity option. This creates a subtle overlay effect. I'm keeping it at 1. Enhance your image with various effects in the CSS filters like blur, which adjusts how blurry or sharp an image appears. The brightness filter adjusts the brightness level of an image. The contrast filter alters how bright or dark parts of a picture appear. You can increase or decrease the intensity of a color in an image by adjusting the saturation filter. These hue filters allow you to change the color tone of this image. For normal, let's go for default. The normal option is all done. Let's explore the hover option, which appears when the user hovers their mouse over the item, showing its active status. Setting the opacity. These changes will only be visible when the user hovers. Isn't it cool? And now the CSS filters in the styling tab. Contrast from 110 or 100. 100 it is. Okay, so we're done with the filters as well. This looks cool. Adjust the transition speed by moving the sidebar. Let's try a speed of 1. That looks perfect. The next cool feature is hover animation. Choose from a variety of animations to bring your image to life when hovered over. I like the glow rotate option. Next up is the border type. Choose a border style from the drop-down menu to instantly add a border around your image. It's amazing how easy it is to add professional-looking and stylish borders without needing a designer. Increase or decrease the thickness of the border from this border width option. You can unlink it and adjust separately. Of course, you can select the color for the border from this border color option. Next is the border radius that gives the edges a softer look by curving them up like this, or unlink it and adjust it separately. The next cool option is the box shadow. It enhances the appearance of elements, giving them a stylish touch. You can select the color shadow from this color option. Adjust its horizontal or vertical direction like this. To control the blurriness, simply adjust the blur value. You can also adjust the shadow spread from the spread slide bar or by typing the value. I am keeping it at default. In the border type, selecting default. In the border radius, keeping it at 0 from all sides. And that's it. Let's have a look. Wow, it looks cool, right?